Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream here on the Sports Daily Media Network YouTube channel. It is Illinois and UConn going up against each other in the Final Four. Not the right background. Let me switch it over. We are about to be underway. Illinois in the orange and UConn in the white. No different starters, and we are underway. It'll be UConn that controls the tip. It's Demery and Ball, Mullins, Caravan, and Reed for the Huskies. And for Illinois, it is Boswell, Davis, Merkovich, Wagler, and Ivisic. An opening three by UConn is off the mark, and it's rebounded by Wagler. So Demery guarding the Illinois freshman so far. And it'll be Caravan on Merkovich, and it'll be Ball on Boswell. Wagler hits it to Merkovich in the short roll. He takes the triple. That is way off. And it's off the back iron, and it's Demery who gets it in transition. Demery sits behind the screen. He puts up a three. That is way off. And it's Boswell that gets the rebound. Some long rebounds after some missed threes so far. And all about shooting in a football stadium. Sometimes you don't get the best shooting percentages. Boswell kicks it. Davis for three. It's blocked. It's short. It's off the rim and no good. And now Demery gets the rebound the other way for UConn. 4 missed shots, 2 from each team so far. They've got Terrace Reed a mismatch down low. Can they get it to him? Mullins throws it to him, and there's going to be a foul on the floor before he can get the shot up. So that'll be on Kylan Boswell, his first, and the team's first. And it'll be Ball who takes it out of bounds, and he flips it into Demery. Demery calling out the play here. It looks like a little bit of a zone here from Illinois. See if UConn can get it inside the paint. Well, it's going to be Braylon Mullins, and he scores the first points of the Final Four. Braylon Mullins from downtown. They said, we don't need to get it inside the zone. We're just going to put up another three, and this time it goes for the former Indiana Mr. Basketball. They get it to Merkovich down low. Reed brings the double. Merkovich dribbles out of it, now gets it to Wagler. Wagler drives on Demery, spins, layup, no good. Rebound by Wagler. Boswell refuses the ball screen, slips in, and he is blocked by Braylon Mullins, but they're going to call a foul. So Kylan Boswell to the line for 2. Mullins, that's a good sign for UConn. Braylon Mullins letting it fly from downtown with all of Illinois' size. Going to be difficult for a lot of layups. So it'll be Kylan Boswell at the line for 2. And he hits the first. We will be streaming both games today, so thank you all for tuning in. And Boswell hits the second. So 3-2 UConn here in the early going. It'll be Mullins who brings up the ball here. Davis gets the assignment on Mullins so far. It's Wagler on ball, and Demery is being guarded by Merkovich. Demery, they get it down low to Terrace Reed. It's good positioning here. They're going to leave him one-on-one, and Terrace Reed is going to score. That is a thing that Brad Underwood does a lot. Don't think he can do it today. You're going to have to bring 2 at Terrace Reed. He is too talented of a post scorer, and he's averaging over 21 points a game in the tournament. Merkovich barrels in. Ball movement. Wagler from way downtown, in and out. Rebounded by Terrace Reed. So Illinois not shooting the ball particularly well so far. Demery now gets the double. Stagger. It's turn around for Mullins for 3 again, and it is good. Braylon Mullins, 2 for 2 in the Final Four in his home state. They ran that similar play against the zone, and it has resulted in 2 Braylon Mullins threes from the same exact spot. Wagler on the drive. Wagler hangs, lays it up and in, and the foul. So Keaton Wagler to the line for a 3-point play. Really great athleticism there by Wagler to get past the defender and to hang long enough so that the shot didn't get blocked. He takes Demery, takes the bump, and then switches it to his left, actually, to lay it in off the window. Great play there by Keaton Wagler. So it's 8-4 Huskies. 25 for Wagler against Iowa in the Elite Eight. They're going to need him to have a similar type of game. He hits the free throw, and Illinois is back within 3. So 8-5 UConn. Illinois making their first substitutions of the game. Evansville transfer Ben Humrickhouse is in. See if they brought in anybody else. They did. They also brought in Andrei Stojakovic. So a similar zone here for Illinois. There's going to be an off-the-ball foul. So this time it looks like they're going to get Wagler for this one. And it'll go back to Demery, and back in this... Nope. Looks like man-to-man from here. Mullins, pump fake. Mullins drives to the hoop, and he is blocked. Nice play there by Merkovich. Illinois can push in transition. Merkovich hangs, and he lays it in off the window for 2. So great play there by David Merkovich, and Illinois are within 1. Reed has it at the top of the key. Now Demery. Illinois really sitting off of Silas Demery. Not Caravan, though. He's going to put up the triple, and it's in and out. Offensive rebound by Terrace Reed. Solo ball. Back out to Caravan. Now back to solo ball. Now Caravan. Demery. Corner 3. No. Rebounded by Terrace Reed. He lays it up and in, and the foul. So Terrace Reed proving to be a lot down low for Illinois. Vladimir Visic, the foul. He did check in for his brother Tomislav there. We are headed to the first media timeout. It is 10-7 UConn with a chance to make it one more after the break. We are back from the break. It is 10-7 UConn. Terrace Reed with a chance to make it one more. Really good start to the game for UConn, especially on the boards. And Terrace Reed knocks the free throw down. So UConn up by 4. UConn putting up the press here, and now Keaton Wagler will bring it across. 0 for 3 on threes so far for Illinois. They're going to have to hit some. It's Merkovich here now backing down Caravan. They sort of don't bring two. It's Merkovich on the layup, no good. Second chance by Vladimir Visic is no good either, and UConn will bring it the other way. We have got Jaden Ross in the game for the Huskies, with Caravan, Reed, Ball, and Demery. Ball looking down low for Reed again. It's Ross looking for Reed. He gets it to him. Nope, it's going to be kicked by Visic before he does. So because it was a kickball violation, they're going to get a new shot clock. Demery underneath. UConn look like they're in this zone off the baseline out of bounds. Demery, pump fake. Caravan now. See if they can get it inside. Ross wants it in the corner. Ball didn't throw it to him. Demery gets it down low to Terrace Reed. Short clock. Can Terrace Reed make something happen? He can't. But it's tipped in by Demery after the miss by Terrace Reed. So UConn up by 6. Better zone defense there by Illinois, but hard to rebound out of the zone. And they got burned with another offensive board there. Stojakovic on the turn. He lays it up and in. Great spin move there by Andrei Stojakovic. And Illinois are back within 4. Ross for 3 from the corner. That rattles home. So Jaden Ross with a big 3 off the bench, and UConn is up 7. Stojakovic. Now Wagler, pump fake. Wagler gets in the lane, kicks it out. Visic from the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Demery. So UConn really holding up on the board so far, as they have a 7-point lead with a chance to make it more. Caravan drives to Terrace Reed, and he throws it down. So Terrace Reed gives UConn a 9-point lead, and Brad Underwood has seen enough. Illinois is going to use their first timeout. Huskies up 18-9. We're going to take a short break. We are back from the break. Illinois brings the ball up, and it's going to be a quick foul by Malachi Smith, his first action in this game. A graduate transfer, backup point guard, has provided some good moments here for UConn in the late part of the season and in to the tournament. It's Stojakovic going one-on-one with Ball on the left side, and they're bringing two. He passes out, he gets it back. Stojakovic turns around in the paint, and he scores. Andrei Stojakovic for two. That is just some big grown man basketball right there from Illinois. So Wagler is on Smith. Stojakovic goes to Ball. It's Caravan, Reed, and Ross the rest of the way. So the ball takes the three from the top of the key. That is way off, rebounded by Wagler. Illinois can finally get out in transition, and Boswell nearly doesn't get it before it goes out of bounds, but he does save it. Stojakovic going to work here on Malachi Smith. This is a mismatch. Stojakovic has the size. He leans in. Layup is no good, but it's Boswell who puts it home. And it looks like they called a foul. Was it before or after? So, yeah, it'll be Stojakovic to the line for two. So Stojakovic was fouled on the initial shot, and he does miss the first free throw. So Braylon Mullins checking back into the game for Malachi Smith. Stojakovic hits the second for his fifth point of the ball game. 18-12 UConn. That is two quick fouls on Malachi Smith, so we will probably not see him for the rest of the half. Demery now has it on the left wing. Now it's Terrace Reed. Caravan comes to get it. Kicks it out to Demery. They're really sitting off of Demery. And he's going to have to shoot a triple, and it's short. Rebound by Stojakovic. So sitting off of Demery has worked so far. Humreckhouse gets it. Corner triple long. Rebounded by Demery. UConn now the other way in transition. Next whistle is a media timeout. Caravan, pump fake, puts it up. No. Rebounded by Boswell. Back in transition again. This time for Illinois. Stojakovic guarded by Demery. Stojakovic barreling into the paint. He lays it up, and he is blocked by Caravan. So 11:25 remaining. It's Illinois ball. We'll be back after the under 12 timeout. We are back from the break. It is Illinois ball underneath. UConn lead 18-12, almost a quarter of the way through this one. It's a Visich. He's going to put up a triple, and it's no good. Illinois 0 of their first 5 from downtown. Demery, the rebound, and UConn will go the other way. Jalen Stewart has entered the game for the first time for the Huskies, along with backup center Eric Ryba. It's a corner 3 by Jalen Stewart. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Wagler, who nearly throws it to the other team while falling out of bounds, but he doesn't. 0 for 6 for UConn so far, for Illinois so far from 3. UConn 3 of 11. It's Visich going down low with Ryba, and the double team comes, and Visich loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with Illinois. Yep, that is a good call. It did go off of Ryba's leg. So Wagler underneath. Gives it up, gets it back. Now Visich, now Wagler. Wagler is fouled by Ryba, hedging the screen on the side. So it'll be the 5th foul on the Huskies. Ryba, while hedging, also had his arm in there. Easy call. Wagler up to Merkovich, and it's another foul on Stewart. So the whistle's starting to pile up here for UConn. Illinois will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here in this first half after this one. Just a useless foul there by Stewart. No reason to do that. You're not going to get the ball. He's going away from the basket. Wagler's going to take a triple, and he knocks it down. Boy, did Illinois need that one. Their first triple of the game pulls them within 3. Demery kicks it out. Stewart for 3 is good. So just like that, UConn gets that 3 points back, and the Huskies lead by 6. Jaden Ross hits his second 3 of the ball game. Wagler now over to Visich, who throws it into Boswell, going one-on-one with Mullins. Boswell lays it up and in. So a little bit of rhythm to this game offensively all of a sudden as UConn quickly brings it the other way with Demery. Well, he actually slows it up. Stojakovic really sitting off of Demery on screens. They're exclusively going under. Mullins, fadeaway 3 is just off. Rebounded by Merck. Nope, it's Wagler who corrals it, and he'll bring it the other way for Illinois. Screen and pop from Visich. Tomislav barrels through, and it's blocked by Ryba, but they're going to get him for a foul before. So 2 free throws here for Tomislav Visich. And he'll have a chance to bring Illinois within 2. The first free throw here by Visich is good. Karaban and Reed return to the game for UConn. Ryba will take a seat. Visich has not had the season that he personally has wanted, but he has been solid as of late, including 13 points against Iowa in the Elite Eight. He makes the second free throw here, and Illinois are within 2. Some full court press here by Illinois, and they nearly don't get it in. So Ryba and Malachi Smith with 2 fouls each for UConn. Doubt we'll see them the rest of the way here in this first half. Karaban guarded by Wagler. Now it's Ross. Now they're looking inside for Terrace. Can they get it to him? Mullins retreats a little bit, and they do get it to Reed. One-on-one with Visich, and a double's just not going to come. Davis is digging a little bit here, but they're going to get Visich for a foul on the back before then. Illinois is really letting Reed go one-on-one. They've typically done that in the past. Dominant posts can get their points against this Illinois team. And it looks like it's going to be a big day for Terrace Reed. And they get it into him again. And it's Illinois going zone off of the baseline out of bounds here. A little bit of a wrinkle. Mullins drives baseline. The teardrop is way off. It's an air ball. Markovich the rebound, and he will bring it up for the Illini. They sit off him. He's going to take the three. That is way off, but it's rebounded by Wagler. Wagler refuses the screen. Goes baseline. Pump fake. Kicks it. Boswell, free throw line jumper is short. Rebounded by Jaden Ross. And UConn in transition. He refuses the screen. Also takes the mid-range. He can't get it to go. It's rebounded by Markovich. A lot of missed shots in this one. 6 of 17 for Illinois. 8 of 21 for UConn. Boswell and Ivisic with the two-man game here. Boswell pump fakes. Out to Ivisic. He's going to take this three. They leave him wide open, and he knocks it down. Tomislav Ivisic from way downtown in Illinois have their first lead of the ball game. The Illinois fans, which outnumber the other three fan bases and many people that are actually in Indianapolis, are saying that Illinois is the best turnout, and you can hear them so far. It's Reed down low with Ivisic. Will they bring help? They will a little bit. Demery gets the pass. Now it's back to Caravan, and he is blocked. Nice interior defense there by Illinois. Boswell pushes off Reed a little bit. The layup is no good. Davis's tip cannot go either, and now UConn the other way with Demery in transition. We are owed a whistle here for the under 8 timeout. Demery takes the triple, no good. It's a long rebound to Mullins, and now Caravan. Drives, kicks, Demery. Loses it, has to retreat. Mullins, pump fake, splits, touch pass to Terrace Reed. Reed has it down low, and he is blocked by Illinois. Great interior defense by the Illini here. And they're going to get a chance to bring it across half here. We're under 6:45 right now left in this one. We are owed the under 8 here at the next whistle. Let's see if Wagler can get it. Wagler one-on-one with Demery. Wagler. Drive, step back three is an air ball. Ball will go out of bounds, and that will be the under 8 timeout. Illinois, after falling behind early, has taken a 1-point lead. We'll be back after the break. We are back from the break here. They just finished talking to Brad Underwood. He, basically just summarized what had happened. UConn were punking them inside in the paint, and now they're starting to answer the physicality call a little bit here as they have gone on a 13-3 run since the timeout in the 13-minute mark, which has resulted in them erasing the deficit and taking the lead. So 6:25 remaining in this first half. Illinois lead by 1. It's not been the cleanest offensive game, and I think very easy to say that we thought that this would be a lower scoring game. But until it actually happens, you never know. UConn has the ball now. They're looking for Braylon Mullins. They get him a corner triple, and it's no good. It was a good action, and it's rebounded by Demery. And he tries to throw it off of Illinois, and he ends up hitting himself too, so it'll be Illinois ball. Really nice set there by Mullins. He just missed the shot. Demery throws it off of Vavicic, and then it hits Demery again. This ball was actually not out of bounds, ever. But Illinois would have had it anyway, so not sure that the call really changes things there. Wagler running the point for Illinois. It's Stojakovic, Ivisic, Humrikaus, and Merkovich on the floor for the Illini. Mullins guarding Wagler. You have to like your chances for Wagler there. They short roll it to Merkovich, and the push shot is way off. Very short, and they're going to get Merkovich for a reaching foul here. So, these touch shots, these floaters, very difficult in a cavernous arena like a football stadium like Lucas Oil. Hard to judge exactly. Hard to gauge. No points in almost 5 minutes for the Huskies. Mullins gets it to Terrace Reed. Terrace Reed, the push shot is just inside the free throw line. Is no good. It's Vyanomir Ivisic with the rebound. Wagler now guarded by Demery. Illinois do not have a single assist or a turnover this game. Neither team has a turnover. Stojakovic driving, spinning, lays it up, and he is fouled by UConn. He'll have a chance at the line for 2. So, you think a low-scoring game, perhaps the teams are not taking care of the ball very well. Not entirely the case. Not a single turnover yet, and yet these teams are just at 43 combined points in the first 15 minutes of this game. Stojakovic, 1 of 2 from the line today, and make that 1 of 3. That is way off. Way too far. There's Peja Stojakovic, 3-time NBA All-Star, Andre's father. And Stojakovic does not make the second free throw either, so it's 0 for 2 for Illinois at the free throw line. Still 22-21. Feels like we've been stuck on this for a while. Demery over to ball in the corner. Now Karaban, they're looking for Terrace Reed inside. He throws it. It's a nice catch by Terrace Reed, and he lays it up and in. That is a great play by UConn. And I don't think there's a whole lot that Illinois can do about it when he gets the ball in that position. Huskies back in front, 23-22. Bunch of screens at the top for Wagler. He gets Mullins on him, and he is fouled. Oh, no, he's not fouled. They're just going to let it go. It's the first turnover of the game. Mullins, Euro step, lays it up and in, and the foul. So a nice little stretch here by UConn. They've got a chance to extend their 3-point lead. Karaban gets it in there. Thought he tied it up, but they just let it go. And great transition offense for Mullins. Sends Humrikaus flying with the Euro step fake. And then Boswell gets him on the foul. So Braylon Mullins now looking for his 9th point of the game, which he gets after a nice bounce. So UConn up 26-22. 4 minutes and change here remaining in this first half. They got Merkovich with the foul there. That is his second. He comes out of the game. Wagler drives, right past ball, left hand, lays it up and in. Boswell grabbed the net, and they're not going to say anything. That easily could have been an offensive interference, but the refs let it go, and you cannot reverse a non-call. You can only then reverse a goaltending call later. So perhaps 2 important points there as they get the ball down at Terrace Reed in the post. Ivisic. Humrikaus comes with the help, but it doesn't matter because Terrace Reed hits the skyhook. 11 for the Michigan transfer so far. UConn up 28-24. Game 1 here, the Final Four in Indianapolis. The winner will take on the winner of Michigan and Arizona in the championship game. Wagler, shake and bake with Caravan. That 3 is way off. It's rebounded by Boswell. He puts up the 3. That is no good either. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Illinois. But that means it's time for the under 4 timeout. UConn lead 28-24. We'll be back after the short break. We are back from the break. 3:04 remaining in this first half. Final media timeout. They're showing Dusty May, the head coach of Michigan, doing some scouting of his potential championship matchup opponent. See who can finish the end of the first half strongly here. It's been a pretty ugly half on both ends, to be honest. It's solo ball for 3, and he knocks it down. Not a whole lot of a play there, just a little screen at the top of the key, and UConn back up by 7. It's a 10-2 run over the last 2 minutes. Illinois, 2 of 12 from 3. They're going to need to get it going a little bit more. Stojakovic drives. The layup is no good. The tip by Boswell is no good, and it's rebounded by Malachi Smith. UConn obviously hanging back, letting them. Obviously, there's not much they can do when they shoot it from so far, but they're defending the paint really well. It's kicked to Caravan in the corner for three, and he rattles it home. The Huskies take a 10-point lead. It feels like it was 22-21 Illinois a moment ago. And Alex Caravan's first three-pointer of the game goes down. Ivisic tries a three of his own, and he knocks it down. So a nice pick and pop there by the Serbian, I think. Maybe Croatia, I'm not sure. But Ivisic hits the triple, just the third of the game for Illinois. And they're back within 7. We are under 2 minutes here in the first half. Malachi Smith, now Terrace Reed. They're looking for ball. Solo ball off the screen. Pulls up from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Humrickhouse. Wagler now. Same pick and pop. Same spot for Ivisic. And this one is short. Loose ball rebound is on the floor. And it's out of bounds. And they're going to give the ball to Illinois. Hurley does not like what happened there in the loose ball situation. Certainly a lot of contact. Probably could have called a foul on either team. But it will be Illinois ball. 1:19 remaining here in the first half. Can Illinois pull this thing a little bit closer, or can UConn just stretch it out? Davis back in for Illinois. Now Wagler comes and gets it. Demery on the matchup with Wagler. Wagler drives, and he loses it out of bounds. Turnover. A lot of contact there. Wagler wanted a foul, but very easily could have been called for an offensive foul of his own. UConn now with a chance to extend their lead from 7. 13 field goals made, no turnovers for the Huskies. Demery now sitting behind some screens, Illinois here. They're looking for Terrace Reed down low. They can't get it to him. Pick and pop for Mullins. He takes the triple from way downtown and is off the window and in. Braylon Mullins hits the triple. And UConn regain their 10-point lead. Wagler, Ivisic, now Wagler again. Really hard hedging these screens. Wagler drives to the hoop, lays it up and in. So they're not, these hard hedges are meant to push the Illinois guards out rather than north-south and getting them rolling to the basket. They're able to do it the first time, they're not the second time. Keaton Wagler lays it in for 2. Demery now will hold for 1. He gets the screen. He gets the rescreen. Demery barrels through. Nice pass to Ross, but it's blocked by Humrickhouse, and they're going to call a jump ball. Great defense from the help side for Humrickhouse there. And he will get Illinois another shot here at the end of the first half. He is beat here, but he gets it back and blocks it. Good call there not to fall for a foul there by the refs. 2.9 here for Illinois to try and do something. Wagler's going to have to chuck this pretty far. It's Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse slices through. Half-court shot is off the top of the backboard and no good. That is the first half of this UConn versus Illinois. First game here at the Final Four. Huskies lead by 8. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. We are back from the break. It is time for the second half. A lot of opinions going around. It was a tough half for Illinois offensively, just one assist, not shooting particularly well from the field, 3 of 14 from downtown. They are going to have to get better looks to have a chance to win this game. I mean, in terms of UConn, they're doing a lot right. They're winning on the boards. They're hitting their threes. They've hit 7 of them in the first half. They are going to think more of the same. Maybe a few tweaks here and there when Illinois go to that zone defense on the baseline out of bounds. But Illinois typically likes to match up hunt. It is how Brad Underwood and his teams have operated over the past few years. And UConn is fundamentally a sound isolation defensive team. So it's probably going to force a lot of long threes and a lot of tough twos. And it's hard to consistently make either of those shots. But Caravan with just the 3 points and Terrace Reed with just 11. There's been a couple of other guys who have hit. Mullins has hit 3 threes. Ross has hit 2. And it has been a good half from the supporting cast for UConn. Illinois has never won a game in the NCAA tournament when they've trailed by 8 or more points at the half, and UConn is 35-1 when they lead by 8 points at the half. So that is a trend that suggests that the second half would be more of the same here. If you remember, these two teams did play 2 years ago in the Elite Eight when UConn went on that 30-0 run on the way to the Final Four and then a national championship. Obviously, I think every single player is different. But it will be the Huskies who control the ball first here in the second half. Starters out there for both teams. Demery on Merkovich, now Caravan. And they get it down low to Terrace Reed. Immediate double comes. UConn spraying it around. Solo ball 3. No. Rebounded by Caravan, and it's blocked by Jake Davis, but he is fouled. So there's number one adjustment for Illinois. Double on the catch for Terrace Reed rather than do the fake dig 1/2 double thing. That is not something that we have seen Illinois do much of in Brad Underwood's time at Illinois. So if that happens, UConn's going to get a lot of threes from their other players. So it will be something to look out for. Caravan now to the line for 2, and the free throw rattles home. And 2 for 2 for the senior. And UConn is up by 10. They strike first blood here in the second half. What can Illinois do on their first possession? Wagler, nice screen there by Merkovich. Wagler drives, and he is blocked by Caravan. And it looks like they're going to get Caravan for a foul. So Wagler to the line for 2. Man, what a screen there by Merkovich. It's a good screen. It's a legal screen. But Demery's going to be wishing that he didn't run right into him. Keaton Wagler 10 and 6 in the first half. Chance to add to that here. And he does. Wagler been one of the only ones who's been able to get downhill here. And they've sort of just been staying home on the shooters. So 2 for 2 for Wagler. And Illinois back within 8. Picking up full court. He fires it into ball. That's a nice catch. That was a fastball. And he caught that near the end line. If that's not a clean catch, that's a turnover. Which UConn had none of in that first half. Demery and Reed now. It's a triple by Silas Demery, and he knocks it down. They forced him to shoot it. He didn't make any of them in the first half. But he knocks that one down, and Illinois have their largest lead of the game. Wagler two-man game with Merkovich. Wagler drives, hangs, and he lays it up and in. So Keaton Wagler, the Illinois offense as of now. He pulls Illinois back within 9. Ball comes to get it off the screen. Now it's Demery. Boswell now going over the screen on Demery. Mullins for three. No. Rebound by Terrace Reed. He misses the tip-in, and it's rebounded by Visich. Now Boswell for Illinois. Early post for Merkovich. Can they get him the ball? Yes, they can. Merkovich turns around, and he lays it in, but they're going to call a foul on the floor. So that is a foul that Braylon Mullins will give every single time. He was buried down low by Merkovich. And, man, that is a tough call. That should probably be an and one. But it's not, and it's inbounded to Illinois. Merkovich now screen with Davis. Now Davis looking for Wagler here. They can't get it to him. It's tipped out by Karaban. Great defensive pressure from the Huskies here. And just 6 seconds left on the shot clock for Illinois. And it looks like they're going to get a foul here on Illinois on Terrace Reed. Hurley does not like the call. So Illinois is going to get a fresh shot clock. Wagler nearly loses it. He's on the floor, and it's taken from him. Karaban the other way. He is blocked by Merkovich, and they're going to call a foul. So a tough couple of plays there for the referees. They miss a clear foul on Demery, knocking Wagler over, and then they get Merkovich on what looked like a pretty good block. So yeah, Demery just knocks him over there. That is a clear foul that they missed. And then Karaban driving here. Merkovich doesn't foul him. Brutal sequence there by the officials. So that is the third foul on Merkovich. And Karaban makes the first. So Karaban goes 2 for 2, and UConn taking an 11-point lead. 6 of 6 from the free throw line for UConn, 8 of 11 for Illinois. And Demery is going to get called for a foul here up on Wagler. That is one that they could probably call on every single possession, because he's getting physical with them. Already 4 fouls on UConn here in the second half. And we have not even reached the first media timeout. They're getting it down low to Merkovich, and he dribbles it off his foot. That's a turnover. Demery in transition. Looking for Karaban. He can't get it to him. He gets it to Ball. Reed, Ball for 3. No. Rebounded by Ivisic. Now Illinois can push it, and they will bring it back. Merkovich for 3 from the wing. Got it. So Brad Underwood gambling a little bit by leaving Merkovich in the game with 3 fouls. Pays off there with his first triple of the game. Illinois within 8. Back where we started here at the start of the second half. They're looking for Reed down low. They switch the angle and they throw it to him. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with UConn. So now Demery comes to get it. Mullins, screen and rescreen, pump fake. Mullins, the teardrop is off. Rebounded by Merkovich. And Wagler now for Illinois. Wagler gets switched onto Karaban. And they're looking for Merkovich here, one-on-one with Demery. There is a size disadvantage. They bring help. Ivisic for 3, in and out. That would have been a big triple, and he couldn't get it to go. Mullins the rebound. Now UConn in transition. Solo Ball for 3. That is lethal from UConn on the break. Ball hits the triple, and the Huskies go back up by 11. That ball did not take very long to get off the rim and into the other basket. 5.7 rebounds, 6 assists for Silas Demery today. Andrei Stojakovic now back to Merck. Down low, the double and triple comes, and he loses it. Another turnover. Mullins in transition. Mullins hangs, and he misses the layup. Stojakovic with the rebound. Illinois can push. They have numbers if they hurry. And Stojakovic is tripped by Braylon Mullins, so a foul on UConn there. Hectic up and down start to the second half. UConn lead by 11. We'll be back after the under 16. We are back from break here. It is UConn up 47-36 here with 15:32 remaining in this one. Braylon Mullins did just pick up his third foul. Foul's becoming a little bit of an issue here for UConn. Already 5 in the second half, and we're just 4 minutes in. Boswell driving on ball, pump fakes, hangs, and he can't get it to go. Rattles out. 10 assists to no turnovers for UConn, just 2 assists to 6 turnovers for Illinois. Obviously not ideal there. And they're going to get Stojakovic here on a touch foul. Boswell checks out. There is the famous actor Bill Murray, his son Luke. the associate head coach for UConn, for at the most 2 more days. He has agreed and already been unveiled as the new coach at Boston College, but he is finishing out the season with UConn here. Caravan on the pin down, he drives and he misses the dunk, but he is fouled. So the X's and O's, obviously much different between these two teams. Hurley has, very complex off-ball actions and screens and re-screens, and Illinois is simply get a good matchup and get them the ball. Very, very different. So it's 2 free throws for Caravan here. He is 4 for 4 from the line on the day. Make that 5 of 5. Just the 1-3 for him from the field. Two for 2 for Caravan. And UConn lead by 13. Wagler drives, kicks. This is the most that Illinois have been losing in a game this year. Stojakovic drives, lays it up, and in. Nice finish there by Andrei Stojakovic. And it's back to 11. Humrikaus guarding Demery. See if they try and attack that matchup. Looks like they will. Demery, now a bunch of off-ball stuff. It's Caravan for 3 from the top of the key. No. Good action. They're going to call a foul on UConn here on the loose ball. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be on Illinois. So the Fighting Illini not able to corral the rebound. And just like that, we are notched up at 5 in fouls here in the second half. And you can see why they called that on Stojakovic. A little bit harsh, but Ross did a nice job of selling that. Ball on the drive, kicks it. Demery, wide open corner triple, that is off. Loose ball is collected by Stojakovic. Stojakovic hits him with the Euro. He is bumped. No good. Gets his own rebound, dribbles, lays it up, and it falls out. It hangs up there on the rim for a couple of seconds, and it doesn't drop. UConn now the other way. There's a lot of contact there. That was surely a foul on UConn, but the refs did not call it. Hurley will slow it down here. A little bit of a screen and re-screen here for Demery. Now Caravan coming to get it, and they're going to call a moving screen on Ross. So let's see this last play. Stojakovic is bumped by Ross there. That is clearly a foul. And then probably a foul on the second attempt by Stojakovic too, but neither of them called. And how on earth did this ball not go in for Andrei Stojakovic? That is one of the crazier things that you'll see. It just hung up there and hung up there. But the moving screen, the first turnover of the game for UConn. They took it about 26 minutes and change into this one without one. So can Illinois get this thing to single digits? Wagler has to get it nearly at half court. Great defense by UConn here. Wagler steps into a triple. It's off. Rebounded by Davis. Stojakovic now drives and then retreats. Wagler looking for Ivisic down low. He gives it to him. Guarded by Caravan. The double will come. Ivisic over his left shoulder gets it to go. So Illinois hit the 40 mark. We have about 12 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Reed now solo ball. Pulls up for 3. No. And he gets it to go. Looked like it wasn't going to go in, but rattles around off the backboard and down. And UConn up by 12. Solo ball's third triple of the game. Stojakovic drives, lays it up, no good. Nice defense there by UConn. And UConn nearly turned it over. Jake Davis is fouled. So a poor turnover there by Solo Ball. And he's able to get back and stop the easy layup. So Solo Ball finds himself falling out of bounds, tries to throw it off Davis and doesn't, and then Davis is fouled pretty hard there. So Davis will be going to the line for 2. 12:06 remaining here in the second half. And he hits the first. Sviatomir Vesic checks in for his brother here. Davis can make it a 10-point game if he knocks his free throw down, which he does. So 2 for 2 for the Illinois senior. And it's 52-42 here. We are at the 12-minute mark. Next whistle will be the timeout. Still haven't had a called timeout in the second half either. So that'll be another one. Humrickhouse covering Malachi. It's ball from the corner. No. And maybe another moving screen. Hurley is beside himself here. Let's see what they're saying. So they called another moving screen. It was the ref on the other side of the floor, which did it. Obviously not what you're supposed to do. We have 11:49 remaining. UConn a 10-point lead. We'll be back after the break. We're back. They're showing the replay of the moving screen here. It certainly was a moving screen by Ryba, but Dan Hurley doesn't seem to think so. So Illinois ball here down 10. Can they make a push to make this thing a game? Wagler, nice hard hedge here by UConn. Stojakovic barreling through, lays it up, and does not get the call. Does not get it to fall. Humrickhouse out of bounds when he touches it. Ball back to UConn. After no turnovers in the first 39 possessions of the ball game, UConn now has 3 in the last 4. And it looks like Illinois going to a little bit of a zone here. A little bit of a matchup. No, actually, they showed it and didn't actually do it. Malachi Smith, now ball, solo ball, pump fake, pulls up from the free throw line, and he gets another good bounce. UConn back up by 12. 11 points for solo ball. He's had 3 triples in that mid-range go down. Wagler now on Malachi Smith. Now it's Merkovich who gets the screen. Wagler still keeping it. A lot of contact here. And Wagler is finally fouled. And that is the 9th team foul for UConn. Look, they're certainly being physical, and I do not think this has been a quick whistle whatsoever from the referees, and they've had plenty of fouls to call. So Andrei Stojakovic to the line for 2. Nope, sorry, Keaton Wagler. And it's good. It was actually a 1-1 because it was just the 9th team foul, but it doesn't matter now that he's made the first. Keaton Wagler will most likely be selected very highly in the upcoming NBA draft, as he does not get the second free throw to go down. So UConn up by 11 here with a chance to extend it even further. Smith and Ryba in the pick and roll. Smith barrels through, kicks it. Stewart from the corner. Air ball. Ball to Illinois. That was a good look by Stewart, but was not particularly close to going in. And now Wagler, guarded by Ross, will bring the ball up for Illinois. UConn 3 for 9 from 3 this half. Illinois just 1 of 3. Merkovich, now Ivisic, now Wagler. Keaton Wagler. Ivisic wide open at the top of the key. He takes the triple, and he cannot get it to go. A loose ball foul on Illinois, and it'll go back to UConn. So UConn simply asking them, look, we're going to stay in the paint, and the only open shots you're going to get are threes. And they have not made them consistently at all. Dan Hurley, second all-time in NCAA tournament win percentage, only behind the great John Wooden. And there's his dad, Bob Hurley, the longtime coach of St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, one of the best programs in the country before it closed down. Solo ball guarded by Stojakovic. They get it for Stewart. Corner 3, and it's good. Jalen Stewart gives UConn a 14-point lead. Danger zone here for Illinois. 9:30 remaining, and they trail by 14. Ivisic going down low with Ryba. Ivisic, lefty hook is good. So UConn perfectly okay with them taking tough twos, I think, the rest of the way. They're not going to come back by doing that. They've got to shut the water off on this end and string together a couple of makes. Ball. Now Malachi Smith. Now it's Ross. Smith, end of the shot clock, hands it to Ryba, and he misses the layup. That was a great patience there, but he just rushed it. Great patience until he just rushed it there, and he missed the layup. Boswell now in, and there's a touch foul on Malachi Smith. So 2 free throws here for Kylan Boswell. It's not been a game that we've seen a lot of Kylan Boswell, to be honest. It's been a lot of Stojakovic and Wagler at the guard positions. With the Arizona transfer, with a chance to cut it to 10. He hits the first. Four fouls on Smith, three on Ryba. I tried to get a little bit of a burst from some bench players there for UConn. Boswell, 5.6 rebounds on the game. And Boswell goes 2 for 2, and it's back to a 10-point game. Illinois is going to pick up full court here. Trying to speed him up a little bit. Demery now guarded by Boswell. 6 fouls on Illinois, so UConn will shoot the rest of the way. Caravan comes to get it off the pin down. The three ball is no good. Rebounded by Ivisic. Good defense there by Illinois. Can they parlay that with a bucket here on the other end? Ivisic now one-on-one with Terrace Reed. They're going to fake the help. It's Ivisic. Layup is no good, and they're going to call a foul on Terrace Reed. So nice move there by Ivisic. Got past him, but was unable to convert it after getting bumped. Yep, that's why he missed, because he slapped him on the arm. And bumped him down low, too, earlier in the play. So Tomislav Ivisic hits the first free throw. And slowly but surely, Illinois is creeping a little bit closer here. Do they have that burst run? You can't creep your way closer from down 14. You've got to hit that quick 10-0 run. If he makes this free throw, though, that it will be a 6-0 run, which he does. So 14-8 as we are at 8 minutes here. And the Illinois fans are starting to feel it here, and then Boswell gets a touch foul about 80 feet away from the basket. So not at all what Illinois needed there. It will be a 1-1 for UConn after the timeout. Exactly 8 minutes remaining here in the Final Four game. UConn lead by 8. We'll be back after the break. We are back here from break, and it is Silas Demery at the line for a 1-1, which he misses. So rebounded by Hamrickhouse. And the unfortunate Boswell foul, 80 feet from the basket, pays off as a stop. Can they cut it closer than 8? It's got to come quickly. Boswell now, they're looking for Ivisic down low. They get it to him. Will help come one-on-one with Terrace Reed. Ivisic setting up that turn back to the left. He goes with the right and he misses. Couldn't quite get back to his strong hand there and ended up missing with his weak. Off screen, Stewart for 3. No. Long rebound right to Braylon Mullins. And UConn will pull it out and take some more time off the clock. A lot of long rebounds here with these inflated basketballs. Mullins flips it to Reed down low. Terrace Reed going to work. Lays it up. It circles around, no good. Ball is out of bounds. It'll go to Illinois. And it looks like they're actually going to call a foul on UConn. So it'll be free throws here for the Illini. With 7 minutes to go, with both teams in the bonus for a little bit. Ooh, so Ivisic goes back and gets Demery there with the elbow. We'll see if they look at this. I don't think he wasn't even looking, so I don't. He didn't know that he was there. But it will be Ivisic who is fouled first by Demery to the line 4-2. With both teams with 3 timeouts left, like I was saying, and a bunch of fouls, there's a chance that the last 7 minutes of this ball game takes a long time. We are already at nearly 2 hours. When this game ends, there'll be about a 25-minute break, and then we will also be streaming the second game tonight, so please check into that one. Been a pretty good turnout here on this one. So Ivisic has a chance to cut this lead. The first free throw is up and down. Ivisic knocks it down, so it's 57-51. So they have slowly but surely gone on an 8-0 run here to get back into this game. After leading for almost none of the game against Duke, UConn has led pretty much from start to finish here. Demery gets it poked out by Boswell. It's out of bounds. Will stay with UConn. So 6:46 remaining here. Gets it out to Braylon Mullins. There's 10 on the shot clock here. What can UConn do late? Mullins drives baseline, stops, turns. The mid-range is blocked by Hamrickhouse, and it's turned over. Nice defense there by Illinois. They've really done a good job on that end of the floor. Can they parlay that with a make here? Wagler drives, retreats. Ivisic goes through. Ivisic flips it up with the right hand, cannot get the layup to go. That was an athletic play by Tomislav, but he was unable to finish. Demery now the other way for UConn. And Dan Hurley will call his first time out here the second half. He's got 2 remaining. So 6:08 remaining in this one. UConn up by 6 with the ball. We'll be back after the break. We are back from the break here. 6:08 remaining. UConn lead by 6 and have the ball. They haven't scored for quite a bit. Can they get across the line here, or can Illinois make this thing a tight game down the stretch? See what Dan Hurley gets the after timeout. Terrace Reed down at the top of the key. It's a double pin down for Demery. Demery drives. He gets inside. Demery slices and dices. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Merck. It's a good look by UConn. And honestly, if they've made some of their good looks today, this game would probably be over right now, but it's not. Illinois down by 6, a chance to cut into it. They get it inside. Oh, no, they don't get it inside. It's picked off by Mullins. What a tough turnover there by UConn. Pitch back to Caravan. The three is no good. Rebounded by Wagler. So Illinois not taking care of the ball as well as they did early on in this game. Just 1-3 this half for the Illini. Just 4 attempts, too. Wagler drives, spins, kicks it out to Ivisic, gets it back. Wagler, now Ivisic for 3, short. Rebounded by Humrickhouse. He misses the layup. Goes right out to Stojakovic. He lays it up and in. So Illinois coming back in this game by pure physicality. Taking it down and in. And it'll be Brad Underwood in Illinois who used their timeout. 5 minutes on the clock exactly remaining. We've got ourselves a ball game here, fellas. UConn 57, Illinois 53. We'll be back after the short break. We are back from the break here. 5 minutes to go. UConn lead by 4. Illinois picking up full court here. And they get it into Demery. UConn have not scored for almost 5 minutes. It's the second time this game they've had a drought of that length. Hurley calling the play. It is the starting 5 in for UConn. Stojakovic is in for Davis, and Humrickhouse is in for Boswell for Illinois. It's a great touch by Terrace Reed down low. He lays it up and in. Great seal. Great use of the rim not to get blocked. And UConn lead by 6. Terrace Reed's first points of the second half come at a pretty big time right there. It's going to be a horns action here for Illinois. Wagler goes left. Screen, rescreen. Wagler for 3. Doesn't get it. Ivisic saves it. But it's right to Caravan. And they get it to Solo Ball. And he throws it down. So Ivisic trying to make a play. Turns into a transition opportunity for the Huskies. They're up 8. Wagler down low to Merkovic. Merkovic sitting in the post. Merkovic up. No. Humrickhouse with the board. Fires it out to Demery. It's turned over. But Ball loses it to Ivisic. So tough sequence there for UConn and Illinois, honestly. It's Wagler for 3. No good. Rebounded by Terrace Reed. He throws it forward to Solo Ball. Euro step. Layup is missed. Stojakovic has it. Back the other way we go. Hectic stuff here down the stretch. We are owed an under 4 here soon. But can Illinois cut it before then? They're going to have to hit some of these open shots to do so. Stojakovic. Now Humrickhouse is going to take the 3. And he got it. What a big shot by Ben Humrickhouse. Not really that open, but he doesn't care. What a huge 3 by Humrickhouse to get Illinois within 5. Just their second 3 of the second half. 5 of 22 on the game. UConn 11 of 31. Demery, they're looking for Reed down low. The pass into Terrace Reed is a foul on Ivisic, so it'll be a 1-1 for Terrace Reed, who is just about a 50% shooter after the under 4 timeout. What an awesome game here we've got at the beginning of the Final Four. 2:46 remaining. We'll be back after the break. We are back from the break here. 2:46 remaining. UConn have tied their school record for 11 3-pointers in an NCAA tournament game. And it is Terrace Reed here, 1-1 from the free throw line. He is just 59% on the season. He made his only one today, and he gets this one to go. Big time minutes from Terrace Reed here in the playoffs. There's Ray Allen, NBA legend, former UConn Husky. And Terrace Reed goes 2 for 2. How about that? One of the worst free throw shooters in the Big East. Knocks down 2 huge ones there. UConn up by 7 here with 2.5+ minutes remaining. Wagler. Illinois probably going to have to hit some threes. They go to Markovich down low with Demery. This is a good one-on-one battle here, and they're going to call a foul on Demery. So Markovich to the line for 2 with 2:31 remaining. Honestly, UConn are probably going to live with some two foul shots here. They're going to stay ahead if they continue to keep Illinois off the 3-point line. Markovich, no free throws on the day. He is 76% on the season. And he misses the first one here. Unfortunate. Illinois cannot be leaving free points out there. Just 5 for Merkovich tonight. Averages 13.5 on the season. And Merkovich gets the roll on the second one. So 6-point game. Boswell back in for Illinois. It looks like they're going to go offense-defense with Merkovich here. Nobody has 4 fouls yet for Illinois. Caravan runs the baseline, gets it into Ball. Not quite in trapping or foul mode yet for Illinois, but they're going to need a stop. Demery looking down low for Terrace Reed. He's got it with Ivisic. Help is going to have to come. It does. Reed doubled up, calls the timeout. So a heady play there by Terrace Reed. 2:08 remaining. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Good double. Good job from Terrace Reed not to throw a bad pass there. And he calls an important timeout. It'll be a short break. The quick break is over. 2:08 remaining. 7 seconds left on the shot clock here for UConn. They lead by 6. They've got a chance to extend it. Ball throws it into Terrace Reed. Now Mullins. Braylon Mullins lays it up. No. Tip by Reed is no good either, and it's rebounded by Ivisic. So a much-needed stop there and rebound from Illinois. They can cut it to 4 or 3 here. We're under 2 minutes. Wagler drives, stops, passes it to Boswell. Now it's back out to Wagler. Wagler drives. Wagler spins, barrels around, lays it up and in. So really good patience there by the Illinois freshman. And they're within 4, and it looks like Illinois is going to use their second timeout. So 1:37 remaining. UConn up 4 with the ball. There will be one more 1-and-1 for UConn if there's a foul on the floor. But looks like they're continuing to go to break here. So will I. All right, we are back. No field goals in over 2.5 minutes for UConn. They lead by 4 here with 1:20 remaining in the second half. Demery has it on the wing. They're sitting off of him. Now Terrace Reed, end of the shot clock here. Caravan, sidestep, triple, no. Rebound is corralled by Demery. What a rebound. UConn can bleed more time off this clock. Illinois does the job of forcing tough shot, but you got to finish that with a rebound. They did not. Braylon Mullins now for 3. Got it. Braylon Mullins with a huge triple, and UConn lead by 7 here with under a minute to go. What a huge three. Wagler, step back, three of his own. Bang! Okay, don't go anywhere just yet. Keaton Wagler said, hold on. I don't want my Illinois career to come to an end. And Illinois uses their final timeout. So great, uses him as the screener, and then they run him through and then back around on a pin down. That is money. And then Wagler hits one of his own. So UConn lead by 4 here with 43.4 remaining. It's going to be a short commercial, so I'll stay on. What a great game this is. Please remember, after this game, it'll be about 25 to 30 minutes until the second game starts between Michigan and Arizona. We will be streaming that one as well. So please check in. One more one-on-one for UConn here if they do, if they are fouled on the floor. Luke Murray tossing out instructions here. Illinois is probably going to have to trap maybe once, and then they're going to have to put UConn on the line. Just 13 seconds left in between the game and the shot clock. And Caravan gets it into Mullins. They trap. And Mullins fires it up to Demery, and they foul Demery, who did miss a 1-and-1 earlier. So they're going to hope that he does again. They got it over in about 8 seconds, but Mullins good poise there not to throw a bad pass. Steps through the double well, steps through it again. Taking a few bumps and slaps, but he's able to get it up to Demery. So a 1-and-1 for Silas Demery here, the transfer from Georgia. 80% on the season, did miss the first one tonight. He's got just 5 points. Big free throw here for the UConn Huskies. And Demery knocks it down. .6 remaining. Demery gets the roll. So 2 big free throws there by Silas Demery, and UConn lead by 6. Illinois probably need a 3 at this point, especially with UConn shooting 2 the rest of the way. It's going to be Wagler who takes the 3, and it's just short. It's rebounded by Ross, and they foul him, and they put him on the line. UConn starting to sense it just a little bit here, that they might be headed to their 3rd national championship game in the last 4 years. They did not win the Big East regular season. They did not win the Big East tournament. But this UConn team put together a good enough resume, especially in the non-conference, to get a 2 seed. They end up beating the number 1 seed Duke on that crazy Braylon Mullins shot in the last round. And they are a few free throws away here from doing so what they did 2 years ago and 3 years ago again. The first free throw by Ross goes down, and it is 69-62 UConn. They're showing some of the vets. Rip Hamilton there likes what he sees. This is a miss by Ross here, so they're just up by 7. Illinois needs a 3, and a 3 pretty quickly here. Wagler keeps it. Humrickhouse takes it, and that's short. and off, and it's rebounded by Davis, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll go back to UConn. So a couple of missed big threes there by Illinois. And at this point, it will be a pretty tragic disaster if UConn does not get the job done. The bench and the fans can start to feel it. This is a dead ball situation for Caravan. He cannot run the baseline. And they throw it right into Terrace Reed, and they foul him. So 13.1 remaining here. And Dan Hurley is going to be headed to the national championship game once again. Terrace Reed, 59% on the year, is 3 for 3 tonight. His free throw has looked pretty good. And he gets the first one to go here. 4 for 4. Some big free throws for UConn. 13.5 seconds left. The Huskies will be living to fight another day. Second free throw is good. Terrace Reed, 5 for 5. How about that? And Illinois having trouble inbounding the ball even. They get it back to Wagler. And he steps into a long triple, and it's short. Rebounded by Ivisic. He backs up, pump fakes, throws it to Ross. And that is going to do it. The UConn Huskies back in the final again. 71-62. Dan Hurley and the Huskies, a tough Big East season. They didn't play particularly well. They allowed a couple of bad teams hang around. They got taken to down a couple of times by St. John's, but that doesn't matter. They win the East region, and then they take down Illinois in the Final Four, who win the South region. UConn headed back to the national championship game for the third time in just 4 years. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this stream. Please check out the next one, Arizona, Michigan, going live in about 25 minutes. We'll see you next time.